the Almost Book Doctor, and welcome to my channel. Tonight I'm just going to be taking you through my October TBR for this month, which is thankfully going to be a bit bigger than the last couple of months because I will have an entire week off where I get to do whatever I would like and I don't have to study. It's a break after my first med school class is done, and I'm very much looking forward to relaxing and finally getting able to read and just really sinking my teeth into some books that I've been looking forward to. So the first book that I'm going to be reading this month is actually going to be The Hod King by Josiah Bancroft. I have been waiting to finish this book. I started reading it back in July, I think, maybe even earlier, and it's just killing me that I haven't finished it. I am a mood reader, and when I paused this book right here, I paused it in a part of the story that's action intense and that there's a lot of stuff going on and it's a very important part in the story, and I just haven't been able to give a good chunk of time to this book, and I don't want to sit down and only be able to read a few pages here or there, which is kind of what school lets me do right now. And so this is number one priority for my break week. I'm going to finish this, and then immediately I'm going to follow it up with The Fall of Babel, which is book number 4 in the Books of Babel series. And I was lucky enough to be able to get an ARC copy, an advanced reader copy, for those of you who don't know what an ARC is. And so I will be able to read it as soon as I finish this, and I don't have to wait until it comes out in November. And I'm so excited to finish this. I love Josiah Bancroft. His writing is amazing, and I'm really excited to finally get to sit down and do it. I'm also going to be doing quite a few buddy reads this month. Most of them are going to be with people that I know from Gregory LaPerche's Discord, and so I will be putting that down below. And if you are interested in joining us for any of these buddy reads, or if you just want to come hang out on a really fun Discord, you should join us. The first one's actually nonfiction, and I'm going to be reading An Indigenous People's History of the U.S., and I am looking forward to reading this. I know it's going to be very emotional. It's probably going to be difficult to read at sometimes, but for me, I feel like it's important to read and understand from someone who is Native American the real history of what happened in the U.S., or at least as much as you can get from one book. And other than just being a U.S. citizen and a person who should understand what's gone on in her country, I live next to and I go to school around a Native American reservation in Michigan, the Chippewa Nation. And so I'm going to be doing volunteer work, and I may eventually have patients who are Native American, and I feel like it's really important to understand what's gone on in their history and the sorts of generational trauma they may have endured, and just more things about their culture, because there are some diseases and comorbidities that are more prevalent in Native American communities in rates that are different than other populations in the country. And so I feel like I could be better informed about that patient population that I'm going to be working with. So I'm looking forward to reading this. Next, I'm going to be doing a buddy read with my friend Anita, and I'm going to put her channel down below. She's super awesome. She's new to BookTube. You should go check her out. She has a lot of good things to say. Especially, you should watch her Parable of the Sower video. She was part of our buddy read for that, and she has a lot of interesting stuff to say about Octavia Butler. But we're going to be reading Jade City by Fonda Lee. I know that this is kind of a BookTube darling, and I've had it on my shelf for a while. I just haven't gotten to put it in a TBR. I haven't had a push to read it, and there have been so many other things. But I'm excited to start this, and we should read this one and Jade Ward just in time for Jade Legacy to come out. I'm looking forward to the mafia aspect of it and all of the fun magic that has to do with the actual stone jade. I don't know, it just sounds really cool. There's samurai and stuff, or maybe not samurai, maybe ninjas, I don't know. But it sounds really, really cool, and I kind of like the economic thing that's going on too. So looking forward to that. The next book is another book club read, and that is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. We have a Sunday book club on that Discord, and so we're reading literary fiction this time. Or well, it's contemporary fiction. I always say the wrong thing. But this is really good so far. I actually have already read our portion for this week because it's very compelling. I couldn't stop. It's really intriguing. It's like if you put the musical Sunset Boulevard together with the book The 13th Tale. I don't know if any of you know any of those things, but to me, that's exactly what this feels like. There's a golden age Hollywood starlet who's now an older woman telling her story to a young woman who's a journalist writing, her life's work. And so it's just, I love it so much already. And I cannot wait to finish it. I may have to read ahead. I might not be able to stop myself. I won't spoil anything though. I'm also going to be reading my very first horror novel this month. I am kind of a scaredy cat. I don't do well with horror movies. I always do the thing where you watch behind your hands because if you can't see it, then they can't see you. I don't know, it's dumb. But I'm trying it out. There's a bunch of people who are doing horror this month, and it's going to be Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. I think that's how you say his name. The only thing that I've read of his was Perks of Being a Wallflower back when I was in high school, which was a big deal. So I'm intrigued to see how this is because this is definitely going to be different than that book for sure. And I don't know, am I going to be able to sleep when I'm done reading this book? Am I going to be able to sleep while I'm reading this book? I don't know. I might have nightmares. I read the first chapter in the prologue, and that was already a little creepy. It was more than a little creepy. So we'll see how I do with it. I'll let you know in my wrap-up whether or not I think I can handle some horror. So wish me luck. I'm also going to be reading the last third of The Count of Monte Cristo. I'm reading that with Allie from Kisty Reads, Sharon and her channel is Sharon Dwyer, and then Stephanie from Miss Richards Reads. I will have all of their channels down below, and this month is our last month of the read-along. I'm very excited to finish. I've never read this classic before, and I absolutely love it. If you have been wanting to pick up classics and feel a little bit intimidated, The Count of Monte Cristo is large, but it's very approachable, and I think it's really great for a classic. I was nervous about it when I started, but I'm just loving it. We're going to be doing a live show, probably beginning middle of November, kind of wrapping up the whole book and talking about it. So if you want to read along with us, you still have time. And then the last book that I'm reading this month, I'm extra happy because this is my birthday read with one of my best friends. Now, not my birthday, her birthday. So I'm reading The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels. And this book is, first of all, a Regency romance, which is my best friend Brianna's favorite genre of books. She absolutely loves the Regency smut books. I don't think this has a lot of smut in it because it's a secret crime-fighting society of Regency women, kind of sticking it to the men and solving crimes. And so it sounds so whimsical and goofy and fun and still filled with all the Regency drama and prim and properness that you expect from a book set in the Regency era. So we're going to be reading this together, and then we're going to be, talking about it, and she's going to guest star on my channel. So if you've maybe heard me talk about her before or seen us on one of the live reading sprints, she's come and joined me once before. Her name is Brianna, and she is wonderful and goofy, and I'm trying to get her to start her own channel. We'll see if that happens. But we're going to read this together, and I'm super pumped because it's her birthday month, and so I wanted to read something that she really enjoys. I know I kind of stole that from some of my friends. I really like the idea of reading things that your friends love during their birthday month. I think it's really sweet and kind of just a good way to feel closer to your friends. So that's it for my month. We shall see if I get through all of them. I hope so. If I really, really try, I think I can make it. And if I do, I will be very proud of myself. So I hope you guys have a wonderful October. The leaves are changing, and there's pumpkins and apples and spiced lattes and everything good and happy about fall that is Michigan, because it's one of my favorite parts of the year. If you live in the South, I'm sorry. Well, maybe not. You probably love it. I would hate it. I'd be sweltering hot and dying. I like me some sweatshirt weather. But I digress. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed but you like my content, please hit that subscribe button. I would be ever so grateful. Let me know if you've read any of these books, if you have any opinions, if you have any suggestions for me to read, and I will see you later. Have a wonderful night.